What's up? Welcome back. We got me and Motivational Mike on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, we're back. And I look very, very tired right now because I went out last night, if you can't tell. But, dude, I waited in the longest line ever at this one place because there's a place right by my school that's like known to have good time. Like, there's known for their Thursdays. So I went, waited 2 hours, and then at the door, they ended up charging double the price to get in. So didn't go there. We ended up going somewhere else that we got in for free because we said we were in a random frat and we got like VIP wristbands. But moral of the story is I didn't go to class today at 8:30 a.m. because I got back at like 2 a.m. And I wanted to see, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Like, are you supposed to get the college experience that you're supposed to do, get away from home, try new things, even if you miss class and even if you take away from the parts that should be in your mind and you should be doing?
Yeah, I would say even if you just miss it unexpectedly and you don't like plan on missing it, I feel like it would be fine because I know that you're a hard worker and you get your stuff done. But it is important to get like the whole college experience, become a well-rounded guy, and just go out sometimes. I don't think it's the end of the world.
Have you done all that and went out and everything?
Yeah, I have.
At FSU?
So like at FSU, I was saying, but I also prepared for it. But yeah, it's not going to hurt you really at the end of the day, as long as you just make up for it one way or the other.
Yeah, today I was planning on going to the beach. Hopefully. I mean, it's really cold here. It's weird how it snows by FSU. It's like warm in Boca, and then it's like kind of cold in Tampa.
Florida has its own climate, I swear.
But I always go back to like the being on track and off track thing because I came back to Boca for spring break and I had a great time. I stuck to my goals. I committed to staying lean and cut until this modeling thing I had this upcoming modeling thing. And then I treated myself, but I always treat myself too much. In one day, listen to this for the people watching, I had barbecue in the morning. I had a snack when I got home. And then I had Cheesecake Factory. And then I had a cookie. And then I had pizza and a chicken sandwich. And then I had, and then we went to my friend Tommy's house. I had a couple snacks, and then I went to Denny's and had 10 pancakes.
You had 10? Oh
10.
My God.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. What they don't see is that this guy puts up 30,000 steps.
We'll pop it on the screen.
Kind of often, like 32,000, 35,000. Like, it's insane. So, I mean, he definitely burns it off.
It's crazy that a lot of the things that successful people do is behind the scenes because you see that you only see like the 10 to 20% of the things they do. And then you look at it and you're like, they're just messing around. They're getting lucky or they have a fast metabolism if they're eating unhealthy. But the truth is, I feel like people like us do a lot more behind the scenes, right? Like, do you want to tell them about the challenge you're about to do?
Yeah, I'll tell them. So on my motivational.mike_ page on TikTok, I'm starting a challenge on Monday where every day for 30 days, I'm going to be rolling a dice. And whatever number it lands on, I'm going to be running a mile on whatever that day is. And I'm going to be having friends from Boca or just anyone. If you comment on the videos and you want to be in it, I'll reach out to you and I'll feature in the video. But it's something that I really want to challenge myself and push myself because when I was on a podcast with Tanner not too long ago, he asked me what's the hardest thing I've ever done. I didn't have an answer for it. And he told me that it was his Thailand experience in the first week. So that just inspired me to just go out and get an answer for myself, really. So that's why I want to do it, so I can just relate back to it and be like, wow, that was the hardest thing ever. And I got through it.
Wow. And then when I asked you what's going to keep pushing you through this challenge, I texted you that. What was your response?
My response, I believe I just said, I don't know, I just have like the fan base believing in me, but just I guess I have like a really like strong will to just keep on going. And once I start something, I got to finish it, really. Just I owe it to myself, and I owe it to the people that are following along, supporting me.
And you're gonna run the miles without stopping at all?
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be really hard. And on the 31st day, I'm gonna be at the Boca Running Club. It's a running club in my city that I was at. I think it was like last week. Tanner and I and some other friends went to it, so I'm gonna be returning back there. And anyone's welcome to come cheer me on.
I love it, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy how like you built your own brand. You set your mind to something and you posted when you said you were going to post, and you really stuck to it. And I'm really proud of you for that.
Thank you.
But
I appreciate it.
How did that like start? I get like the whole why thing, but what made Motivational Mike just stick?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just like over time been watching a lot of motivational videos and seeing how people can just really just transform themselves if they stick to a routine and stuff. And I just want to be a consistent guy. I watched a video not too long ago because I'm preparing for the challenge about like running tips. I don't know if you guys know who this is. He's called Nick Bear. He's a hybrid athlete runner guy. And he has a really good quote that I like. It's called he'd rather be consistently good than occasionally great. And that's just what I want to do. Like you don't have to have like a perfect like 2-hour workout, like eat right before. You could just do like 45 minutes or something like for 5 days a week, and that'll just pay off in the long run. I just want to be consistent at the end of the day, really. So
your Motivational Mike is more of consistent Mike?
I mean, motivating people as well, but just like being consistent and like showing up when I need to, really, and motivating myself and people along the way.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Back to what we were talking about before about doing stuff behind the scenes and everything like that. Mm-hmm. Back to my 30-day challenge. Remember I did that. That was one of the hardest things I've done.
Yeah.
If I really put my mind to it, but I had like a lot of cheat days. I kind of enjoyed myself, but behind the scenes, I don't know if the people saw during the challenge. I was working out every single day so I could have those little cheat meals, those little sweet treats. Yeah. And do you have anything that's in your mind on stuff that you do behind the scenes that nobody knows about?
It's just something that I have to get better at. I guess work, and I guess doing school like a little bit every day, just trying to get like ahead, even though I'm sick and tired of it. But it's something that I'm going to keep doing at until it's like over, the semester is over. That's something I try to do. Something
I admire that you did was we went out one night to like probably 3 or 4 a.m. and then you went to work the next day at 7:30.
Yeah, I always do that. I'll never call out if I'm tired. I've never called out if I'm tired, not once. Even if no matter how many hours of sleep. That's just like how I was raised. My parents just wouldn't allow it. But if I'm sick, that's a different story. But if I fuck myself up the night before, that's on me, and I gotta take ownership for that shit. People count on me. My bosses count on me. I can't just do that to them, and they rely on me. So I'm not gonna just ruin my reputation at work just one night because I'm tired. I made a dumb decision. I gotta own up to that.
But when you make that dumb decision, aren't you afraid that you might be a little hungover at work and you won't perform your best? Like, yes. Would you rather? Here's my question: would you rather be hungover the next day at work, or would you rather skip it and perform your best?
Honestly, I put on a good act at work. I don't think anyone could tell, so I'd rather just show up hungover and just work through that shit. I just chugged a bunch of water and got to it, so I'd say showing up. They don't really care what condition you're in. As long as you show up, they'll take you in. So, yeah.
Is there a situation where it'd be the other way, like any other scenario?
I don't know. I think it's just like physically impaired, like if you're sick. But I feel like it's just mental at the end of the day, and just gotta push through it. So that's what I did.
And you got your wisdom teeth out recently too, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm kind of swollen.
Yeah, you look a little puffy.
Kind of hurts to like talk a little bit. That's why I had to take a week off from the channel if you've been following along. But that's why on Monday I'm going to be starting it back up.
I like that.
But yeah, I had a show for Tanner. We're doing it at a different time today, so yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, it's early, 10 a.m. That's why it's super bright where I am. I got the window open.
Yeah.
The sun here. I want to talk about this dude. Like recently, when I came to Boca and I've been home, I'll talk about this real quick. Before spring break, before I went home, my mom came to Tampa. We spent time here and everything. And I got a call from my brother. My brother's like, Tanner, like, no, he called my mom. And my mom was like, Tanner would be really interested in hearing about this. It was about seed oils. So my brother called me. And he blew my mind with all this information. He was basically saying that seed oils, all this processed oils and everything like that is the reason why people are getting fatter nowadays. Because back then to now, the population eats the same amount of calories in the United States. But the only thing that's different is the food is being processed. The food inflames people now. So I was like, Mom, when you come in town, let's eat our cheat meals. Let's do our thing after, because I had a modeling thing that day. And then after that, we'll eat unhealthy, but eat clean unhealthy like they are in other countries. They all these desserts and everything like that made with whole ingredients. So we did that. We went to this one bakery. I got so many things. We went to another restaurant, like all seed oil free, but I had a burger and fries that was cooked in beef tallow. And then I hopped on the scale after. My body looks amazing. I didn't gain any weight. Isn't that crazy? And then when I eat, and then I tried, and my mom and I, what we were going to do, we were going to do that one day and then eat unhealthy one day and see what happens. So then the next day we go to this dinner that has seed oils. We go there, and then we get ice cream with seed oils. And then I just looked at my body. I looked bloated. I looked fat. It's just crazy how much these seed oils matter. Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I know you're a big guy that tries to avoid seed oils, and you have like the seed oil Sky app. And
yeah,
it's pretty interesting. Like, you do have a really healthy lifestyle, and I respect it. But like you were saying, like in the U.S., I feel like it's really unhealthy compared to other countries because we're capitalists, and we prioritize just whatever, like the cheapest, I guess, like ingredients, just trying to push like a profit. And yeah, it's kind of sad, but you can still work around it if you just have a clean diet and try to like avoid seed oils or follow any kind of diet regimen that you're in.
I looked at my 1 year ago today. I totally agree with you that the United States is pushing processed food because it's cheaper and easier to obtain. But I looked at my 1 year ago today, and I was in the Philippines, and at the buffets in the morning at the breakfast, my plate was just filled with desserts. And then at night I would take I took a mirror pic. And in the picture, it said, still on track, even though I'm eating like shit. It was crazy. I didn't gain any fucking weight. And I was just eating terrible in the Philippines. I was going
to ask you, like, what was your food over there, like diet?
I'll show you pictures, and I'll pop them on the screen as I show you. But let me go. It was in March 2024. Do you ever get those 1 year ago todays?
Yes, I do.
I love them, man. Like, I look at them all the time.
Me too.
Here, look. Here's some of the stuff. There's a banana cream pie cake.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. It looks cool. Is that carrot
cake?
Oh, nice. Just straight dessert?
Mango cake.
Is that for breakfast?
No, that was after. And then whatever this is.
What about like protein and stuff? Like
protein? I was eating so bad there.
Couldn't tell, man. You're like a machine after.
Like, look, this is what I would eat for breakfast. Just straight desserts.
Wow.
And then look at me. I posted this. Well, I didn't post it. I just saved it.
Yeah. Being pretty bad. I still look decent.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how I do it. But I'd say that this is some protein.
Different, man.
Is that? Wait.
I mean,
yeah. Fuck it.
You're what were you going to say? You're like the definition of work hard, play hard. And just like, because I know you can eat like a fuck ton and
it's
not
bad.
really get like full, but like, still like you're running and all doing all that stuff. And I really like, I noticed that stuff, and I like keep it up.
Thank you. I mean, I don't get full. Like when I go on a spree, it's really bad. I could just eat and eat and eat. And it's kind of a problem. Like, I feel like I have a food addiction. I just work out so much that it doesn't show.
Exactly.
Because nobody talks or thinks about food more than me. You know that.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's a lot, yeah. This guy, yeah.
But the reason I can do that is because I do all the hard work behind the scenes.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I've been there on runs with you, and you kill it every time, and it's great.
So thinking of that, what do you think about, because I know Lucas, we could play the clip about locking in. We'll pop it on the screen, let it play for a sec.
Or, just that term lock in, I've kind of like grown to hate that term. Just in general. I just think it's so stupid. You just don't lock in. It's just discipline that comes from like, you actually locking in.
So what do you think about that clip, and what do you think about locking in? Because I feel like locking in is a true term. I disagree with Lucas, and I feel like if people want to get to their goals, if people want to motivate and discipline themselves, they need to have a time period where they lock in and learn about themselves and complete a very hard challenge and a hard goal that they set for themselves, like you're doing right now with the dice and the running the miles. So what do you think about the term locking in?
I don't really like the term because I feel like in life you should just have structure of what you have to be done, whether it's an 80-20 diet, and whether like you, I guess, amount for like 20% of like cheat meals or something like that, rather than just saying, oh, I ate all this like junk food, or I haven't worked out in so long, now I need to lock in, rather than just having like, I guess, planned, rest days or like cheat meals. That'll, it might seem like a setback, but in the end, you're going to beat someone that says they have to keep locking in and, oh, they're off and now they're on. But if you're just like, I guess, always locked in, having a consistent regimen with whatever, you're going to get way farther than someone that just says they have to lock in and lose all this progress and all that. That's what they have to do.
So do you see it, hearing what you're saying, you see it more as you'd rather have a consistent lifestyle where you have set days where you do your thing instead of just going off track?
Yes.
And then saying you're going to jump back in?
Exactly. Because I feel like with Lucas's term and his mindset, he's taking 5 steps back and like 3 steps forward. But in the end, he's not going to like, I guess, make any like progress. Like as of now, like with that term lock-in, that's how I feel about it.
But he hates the term.
Yeah. But he still says it.
Yeah, he says it more than anybody, and he hates it. It's weird.
Yeah.
The reason I say it is because if someone, I don't know, I feel like if someone's really getting off track, I'm like, lock in, bro. Like, come on. There was something that happened before we get back to this topic, something that happened during spring break. I was at Raiden's house, and Raiden's my cousin, for people who don't know. I went there for breakfast on Sunday, the day before I left. And I told myself I'm going to eat like shit, and then I'm going to lock back in, which I did. I mean, I come back to Tampa. I'm not eating crazy healthy, but I'm working out. I'm staying active. I'm walking a lot, which is all I want. I just want to eat seed oil free. That's my only goal. But I went there. I had pancakes. Carolina's the best cook. Raiden's stepmom. But I had pancakes, bacon, eggs, 2 donuts, chocolate cake. I went a little crazy. Yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
A lot of pancakes, but they were really good.
Wow.
And then Raiden ate a lot too. He had the same thing as me. Like all I had. And then after that, Raiden's dad, he told me, he said, after this, I'm done. I'm dieting. I just want to eat what's here. Like, don't you ever do that? Like, you're at home and you're like, I'm just going to finish it, and then I'm not going to get it again.
Yes.
Like maybe pizza.
Who said that, Ray?
Ray.
Oh, okay.
Like pizza, chocolate cake, ice cream. Like, you just want to get it out,
kind of like
and then you're done.
Finish what you already started, and you kind of already dug yourself in. And
I have a little story about that after, but and then I told Ray, I said, I'm going to text you. I'm going to say, I'm gonna text you and check up on you and see how the diet's going in a few days, maybe Wednesday or something. So I'll pop it on the screen. I texted him, and he did not diet. So I'm calling Ray out. We're gonna get Ray in shape through this reel. We're gonna get Ray to diet, and he's gonna stick to what he said this time.
Yeah. Ray, we're gonna hold you accountable, man.
Well, you got Motivational Mike on your side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can do anything when I'm on your side, Ray. So you got a great support system around you, Ray. I really believe in you. Let's get after this.
Love it.
Yeah.
And then after that breakfast, Raiden and I told Raiden, I said, we got to get out of the house, dude. We eat a lot. We got to walk. So we went and we walked like probably 5 or 6 miles. We walked a while. So
Damn, bro.
that just shows that I do things that are behind the scenes. Like nobody knew that we walked.
That. Yeah. You didn't even tell me that. He's gonna brag about it anyway. Yeah. Like that's crazy.
It's normal for me. I set my new step goal to 20,000. So I'm trying to get 20,000 each day, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah.
A lot of people, they just try to get like 10,000. You're doing like double what I guess people try.
Because I eat double what people eat.
You're right.
But
that's right.
Back to spring break, actually. Mm-hmm. So was it spring break? Yeah, I think it was. When I got home on the seed oil thing, I was just addicted to it. So I got home, I was looking on the Seed Oil Scout app, and I was like, all right, this pizza place by me doesn't use seed oils. So I was like, Mom, this is our last meal before we lock back in. We're just going to eat this pizza, and then we're good. And it was just so good.
That looked good, bro.
Yeah, but then I went to basketball the next day. Remember like how bad my gas was?
Oh, yes. I remember.
Yeah, my stomach was not liking it. But other than that, I played well. I didn't look fat or anything.
Yeah.
I was fine. And then the next day, we told my dad about the seed oil stuff, and he was jealous. He was like, you know what? We're getting pizza, same place. So the next night, my dad orders like two things of the 16-inch pizza, the big ones, and then my mom gets a 12. My dad thinks that me and him could kill 2 16s.
Holy
so
shit.
I eat 7 slices. I eat almost the whole pie the first day.
God damn.
And then at like 2 a.m, I couldn't sleep. So I went to the refrigerator and I grabbed 2 more slices. So I ate a whole pie plus a slice.
Jesus.
And then I told myself, I was like, all right, after this, I'm not ordering anymore. Like, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next night, I told myself that. I stuck to it. While my parents are eating sushi the next night, I'm just sitting there fucking eating edamame and blueberries, sticking to my goal. Because if I eat like a lot one day, I'm going to cut the calories and eat a little light the next day.
Exactly. You gotta compensate, I guess. It's like the next day and just eat less, like what you were saying. But I mean, we worked out a ton, I guess, playing basketball. We played for like 5 days straight.
That was so much fun, man.
I'm down in the summer just to like play almost every day.
I would love that. Yeah. I just try to get like a little surgery thing. But other than that,
what's that about?
I don't know. Yeah, you know what it's about.
The same thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got to schedule it. I haven't scheduled it yet.
I didn't know it flared up.
This guy flared up.
Yeah.
What's your plans for today, Mike? You gonna go on a run? You gonna
not today. I'm gonna
take some more medicine or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna ice my face. I got work tomorrow that I'm still gonna go in regardless.
Wow.
But I'm gonna be with family.
I'll take your order.
yeah, pretty much. But I'm gonna go to the movies with my uncle and then go with my godparents tonight.
Yeah, tell me about that. Because you say you go with the movies every single Friday with your uncle.
So I'm a pretty like tradition guy. Every Friday it's like a double tradition on Friday where I go to the movies with my uncle just to keep in touch with him, and we both like watching movies, keeping that in common. And then I do like this dinner with my godparents every Friday where they take me out. And we bring food back to their house. We just talk, catch up on like the week or weeks that we missed. And then we watch like a TV show or like a movie. It's just great. Love it. I've been doing that like my whole life. So it's been amazing.
Wow. I really like that. It's crazy that like every time people gather, people make plans, it always has food involved. Isn't that crazy?
It does, yeah.
It's weird. You can't really, when you say you're going to go on a date, you're like, all right, let's get lunch, let's get dinner.
Yeah,
when you go to the beach, you go to the beach and you're like, you want to get pizza and then come back to the beach, you want to get a pliable.
Yeah.
Everything just has to have food involved, and that's
Well,
it's just crazy.
Well, I feel like food just brings people together because people, I mean, I guess they like the same things for the most part. And no one really wants to eat alone, I think. So they invite people with them. So, yeah.
I feel like that's something that everybody loves. It's a common ground.
Yeah, it is. What everyone has to do is eat.
So what's your biggest take from the podcast, Motivational Mike?
My biggest takeaway, just take a long, hard look at your life and determine why I need to change something. Only you can make that for yourself. So that's why I'm doing this challenge. You don't have to do a 30-day challenge, but there's always room for improvement in life. So just try to challenge yourself in one way or another. And I promise you'll become a better version of yourself by the end of it. I'm going to take progress pictures throughout this challenge, and I feel like I'll be shredded after it. So,
I love that. Mm-hmm. Are you going to change anything you eat, or you're just going to change your amount of cardio?
I'm skinny as it is. I'm trying to bulk up. So most likely not. But mainly just going to be focused on working out, just running, and then I guess doing like push-ups, pull-ups, and still go to the gym.
I love that.
So yeah.
I would be like a fucking annoying little weirdo and say, "Oh, you have a fast metabolism. You're so lucky." Yeah. But it's like what I said before. You're doing all this behind the scenes to keep that fast metabolism.
Yeah, and you're gonna come down right in like April.
Like yeah, 16, probably literally when you're done the challenge.
All right.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll be back like the week before you're done.
All right. We can
in like
go on a run.
3 weeks.
That'd be fun.
It would be fun. I'm down.
All right. What's your
I'm always down to run. My biggest takeaway is in the beginning of the podcast, we talked about you and we talked about how through this podcast and through Kicking Ass with Tanner Stone, you found a name for yourself. You found a voice, and you basically put a title on who you want to be in the future. So if you're watching this from the beginning of the podcast, I learned that I need to put a title on if I want to be something. I want to put a title, and I have to believe in it first before other people do. So find your title, find your purpose, and commit to that purpose. And the second thing I learned about is the seed oils. So always watch out with what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth, anything around you. I feel like just a lot of things in the United States are unhealthy. So if you're out of the United States, you're chilling. You're fine.
Yeah.
But just try it for 1 week. Just eat no seed oils, really focus on it, and just see how your body reacts. You won't inflame, you won't bloat. It's just a great feeling. You're eating like people did way back then. So all natural foods. I love it. So yeah, it was nice talking with you, Mike. I'll see you later.
Thanks for watching. Bye.